Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mod called the Jetpack. Now, there's only one version available, so we'll go ahead and spawn that up. And it has the ever so well-known crash test dummy strapped to a jetpack. So the controls for this are pretty simple, but you're going to want to be using a controller for maximum control. So to go up and down, use the same button you use to accelerate a car, which in this case is the right trigger. So we hold it down, up we go, we let go, and then down we go. Although we don't want to go down quite yet, so let's keep going up into the air. Now for steering, you just use the left analog stick, or the same thing you'd use to steer normally. So if you want to go forward a little bit, we can do just that. I have no idea why the main engine just broke right there, but now we're just going to fall into the water. That was strange. So let's try that again. We're going to hold the trigger down to get up in the air, and then we're going to go forward. I also did a little rotation before we went forward because I thought it'd be more interesting to go in this direction. And we're going to try to go over to the port. Uh-oh, we're losing control. When that happens, you just want to hold the throttle and hope it levels out before you hit the ground, which sometimes works. You have to be pretty high in the air for it to work, though. As you see right here, we are getting scary close to the water. I think we finally leveled out, so now we can continue flying. I want to get some air, though, just in case I lose control again, so I can recover. But I also want to go into the land area on the port. We're out of control. We're out of control. All right, we're in the death spiral now. Come on, level out, level out. Don't touch anything, WhyBeAre. And we're going to hit the ground. Oh, there we go. That's a bad hit. And kind of ironically, the main engine didn't break from that. Right as I say, the main engine didn't break. Main engine broken, WhyBeAre. Well, darn. And if you're watching this thinking, wow, that looks way too easy to fly, well, I got good news for you. If you turn off the gyro stabilizer, it's way harder to control. So what it does is it helps keep the jetpack upright. But if you turn it off, well, it doesn't get kept upright and you'll just fall flat in your face. I touched absolutely nothing at all and fell right in his face like that. So if you want to fly with that, it is extremely difficult. I can get about 10 feet in the air before everything goes terribly, terribly wrong. So we turn it off, and then we have to go up into the air and try to keep it level. Nope, see, that's about 10 feet in the air before everything goes terribly, terribly wrong. And even just taking off with the stabilizer is hard, because if you don't pull back when you take off, like if you just hit straight go power, this is what happens. You fall flat on your face still, and then your feet get stuck in the air. So I would say 99.99% of the time you're going to want to have the gyro stabilizer turned on. One thing that is kind of fun to do is you turn it off and then turn it back on in rapid succession. So you go in the air like this, and you say, gyro stabilizer off. You try doing something dramatic, and then you go on and see, will you stabilize before you hit the ground? Most of the time, the answer is no, and this one is no different than that because of just how out of control we went for the half a second we turned it off. So back into the air again we go, fresh start. This time we're going to try to rotate, rotate, rotate. There we go, and then forward. Forward. Yes, no, maybe so. I can't tell where I'm going no more. Yeah, I mean, this thing is kind of just you suggest the direction it goes and it might listen to you, which is half the fun of it. Like, if it was perfectly easy to control, it wouldn't be as fun. You'd be able to do a lot more things with it, but it wouldn't be as fun. With this, though, you want to stay way above the land and be super careful about everything you do. And I'm going a little bit too low. We're going to hit those trees. Come on, get in the air, get in the air. Up, 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 up. Oh, no. Hey, we're going to land on the ground, though. Like, we didn't fall down a cliff. So, in the end, is that a success? Yes. Yes, it is. Now, I do have one question. If you do a reset like this, can you get upright? Yeah. So, if you take off immediately, you can take off on pretty much any terrain, it looks like. That's a nice convenience. And we can try to go into the volcano. At least I think that's supposed to be a volcano, and that's why there's steam coming out from the middle of it. I've never actually gone there in a video as far as I know, because it's kind of out of the way on this map. And when you're flying through the air, it's a lot easier to get there. You just fly all over the place and kind of finagle yourself around until you hopefully get in there. Come on, go to the left, 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 left. That's not the left. Come on. Nope. Nope. Crashing into it. Well, we made it into it technically, just very, very, very poorly. And the dummy, he broke his engine, so we'll go ahead and reset it. And no, we're kind of on our side, so it's not going to set us upright, so we kind of just got to reset and then hold the throttle and hope we can somehow get up. Yeah, hands in the air to get yourself to go up, right? It actually works. Look at this. Guy puts his hands back on the controls, and we are up into the air. It's a funny hand position, like, yeah, I can control it with my wrist broken like that. I got the skills to do that. It's actually straightening out. That's cool. Oh, goodness, I'm losing control. Let the autopilot take over. So autopilot, I think it just kind of tries to keep you level with the terrain or something below you. And it also keeps your momentum in almost seemingly a random direction. Like, we're still going towards that peninsula right there, thanks to that. Now, here's something fun we're going to try to do. We're going to try to dive into the water in as shallow a part as we possibly can. So I think we should be able to do this pretty good. Looks close, close, close. Come on, right between the rocks, right between the rocks. Whoo! We hit directly into the water, but there was only like 2 inches of water. I did not think that through. Anyways, back into the air we go. From inside of the volcano rises the dummy with the jetpack. And then we'll just put the autopilot on. And see what the autopilot does is if you just let it do whatever it wants once you're up into the air. So yeah, it's just going to maintain momentum. Oh no, autopilot, what are you doing? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Look at it, avoiding these trees like it knows exactly what it's doing, but it doesn't. That was all purely by luck that it didn't hit that tree right there. We're just maintaining momentum in this direction a lot. Like, we're going 100 miles per hour towards the edge of the island, and eventually we're just going to be floating over the water, so I don't want that. So we're going to turn it off and then try to kind of go in the opposite direction, which is a little bit hard to do with the gyroscope on. You can't really get super steep when you have all that speed going in that direction. But we could slowly scrub off the speed that you're seeing right here. We're down to about 30 miles per hour. We actually went way into the air when I was trying to do that. I did not realize that, so we'll try to drop it down a little bit as we go in the correct direction, and then we're going to let it take over with autopilot and see what they do. So like right about here, go autopilot, can you recover? The answer is going to be no, they cannot. They're going to slam it to the ground and whoo, pop the dummy up into the air. And I think we can go back to where we started now. And that way, well, I was going to say we don't have to worry about landing upright, but apparently we do have to worry about it a little bit because, yeah, every time I do it, it just kind of sticks right there. So what we could do instead is just put it in the air and then jetpack away. There we go. So, like, all right, we are in the middle of the trees. We're going to say autopilot on, and it keeps raising a little bit, it looks like. So autopilot will get you a little bit more in the air. And, oh, it's going down. What are you doing, autopilot? Oh, goodness, this is scary. I'm just going to let's see what they do again. Because autopilot does some interesting things. Like, are they actually trying to follow the road, or is that's coincidence? No way. They're going to hit that tree. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. I could never get this close to the trees without hitting them. I will tell you that right now. They are just gracefully going over the trees so beautifully. Maybe it's based on how low the terrain is below you and it's just flying right above the height of the trees and that's how it's doing so good? I really don't know. But yeah, watching this, it's impressive. Until eventually it does hit a tree probably. Maybe it won't. I'm just in awe that it hasn't crashed yet. It's been like in the air for a whole minute almost and it hasn't crashed. Amazing. Uh-oh, coolant's overheating though. Can the jetpack overheat and break? See, I was never in the air long enough to realize it could do that. I want to see it overheat. Nope. Oil overheating. We're in the tree and he pulled through. Hitting another tree. He's actually crashing into the trees and remaining in control. Autopilot is amazing. Engine block melted. How's it still flying? How is it still flying? What is going on? How are they doing this? They don't believe in physics, man. The engine is melted. And they're like, that's fine. I can still fly. Perfectly fine, apparently. No, wait, no, they can't. They just crashed. Although the jetpack is definitely giving off thrust still. Look, it's bouncing that dude around. That is weird. Huh. Yeah, giving thrust. Strange. Anyway, so let's go and reset it. Oh, it's going to put us in the air and try to stabilize it a little bit. Actually, what we should do is go to a nice flat terrain to demonstrate a couple of more things I want to do. So instead of messing with this, let's pop that into the air and then quickly go to the next map before he crashes and dies. Can we do that in time? No. No, we cannot. We almost did, but almost still means the dummy crashed into the ground and would have been obliterated. So almost is not good enough in this situation. Anyways, we're going to spawn up another jetpack, and this time we're just going to do something real simple. We're going to tap the throttle. We're just going to go tap and then you tip over. What I'm trying to show off by this is it is nearly impossible to land this thing. You have to land smoother than that, and it barely even looked like it moved. I tapped it so lightly, like, boop. That would look like a smooth landing, but nope, we fell onto the ground. Next thing I want to do is try attaching something to the dummy's legs and then flying. So, to do that, we're going to need a couple of different things. First, we need to figure out what we're going to attach. I'm thinking we need something pretty light because there's not that much force on this thing. So we're going to go with a bunch of cones. We're going to start off with 2 large traffic cones, and then we'll attach those up using the large rope, which I got to find. There it is, the old rope. I always use the large one just because it's convenient. Hopefully the extra weight of the rope doesn't mess things up. So we'll do... Actually, we'll go ahead and duplicate them and then attach them. I was going to do attach and then duplicate, but it might make a mess if I try to do that. So duplicate and duplicate. Or clone, as it says. Doesn't really matter, does it? Anyways, first cone to be attached. We'll do it like this. We'll bring the rope over to the foot of the person, and hopefully it doesn't mess him up just standing there. So we attach it right on the tiptoe. He's still upright. He's okay. That was scary. And we got to move this cone out the way. Set it like right next to him so we don't have to pull the rope too far. And then bring this one over and attach it to his other 2. Careful now. There we go. Okay. Now, we put the cones to the rope. Gotta be careful with this. Right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't stop. What are you doing? Don't take off on me. The next cone. Perfect. Now, let's just get this thing in the air before something goes terribly, terribly wrong. Here we go. Cone feet. Can you fly? It's got the rope in the air, and yeah, it can pick up the cones, no problem. I mean, they are pretty light, but it's still cool to see it. The shadows look kind of weird. It looks like it's almost raining or something in the shadow for the ropes flying through the air. I've never noticed that before. So it has sufficient power. That means we need to increase the weight and try again. Now, I'm almost certain there's no way it could do anything to a car, but I guess we gotta try it, don't we? We'll keep it simple, though. We'll try out the pigeon and see what it does for that. Can we land this a little bit smoothly? Nope, that's just smashing your face into the ground. It was fun watching the little trailing things, though. We want to reset one rope and then the other rope, and then we'll grab an Ibishu pigeon. We want the car to be as light as we possibly can. So we'll get the base version, which is probably a little bit lighter than the other one, right? No! The 600cc is actually lighter. I figured bigger engine would be a little bit heavier, but I guess it's a sportier engine, so it uses lightweight materials or something. I really did not expect that. So anyways, we'll park it right behind the dummy. And I guess since I have two ropes, I might as well attach it in two spots so it's a symmetrical weight to make it a little bit easier for it to lift up, if it can lift at all. I don't think it will, but we gotta try it. So, one toe, don't tip on me. And then, toe number 2. Perfect. And we attach these to the car, and I said I don't expect this to work, but we're just trying it anyways. Oh, don't you fall over. Oh, he's falling over. Oh, well. We'll lift the dummy up and then fly. I think we can do that. Hopefully I'm actually attaching these to the car and not the door. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put the dummy into the air a little bit, and then we're going to say thrust. That's not the dummy. Got to find the dummy. Is that the dummy? That's the truck. Get out of here, truck. Okay, there we go. Thrust! Alright. What can we do? Nothing. We just get pulled. Oh, we just get pulled hard. Actually, we moved the car a little bit. We rolled it over. But it is far too heavy to actually get any sort of lift on the car. We can just yank it about a little bit. I'm genuinely surprised it did that well, though. I figured it would just get yanked about. But flipping the car is impressive. Even though it's a pigeon, which flips super easily, I'm still impressed. So reset that, and then let's try something in between these two. Like, how heavy is the box utility trailer? It does not say. I used to have a mod I made that told you that stuff. Why did I? Oh yeah, because it was an update and I didn't feel like fixing it. Oh well, what else is there that's kind of heavy? How about the steel barrel? That can get pretty heavy. This one is 430 pounds. That's heavy. That's about the third of the Ibishu, so it might have a chance here. So we'll go ahead and find the ropes. Reset them both, and I don't know if I even need both ropes here, but it's kind of like I've always done both ropes, so we're going to keep doing both ropes. Maybe this time we'll set it to his ankle so it's a little bit more balanced with the weight. Like when you put it to his tiptoes, it's all off balance, right? Maybe? I don't know. Making this up as I go, you know. So there you go, attach, attach. And you want to attach the barrel on the top and then bottom, I would guess, for the best stability if we actually want to get this thing into the air. So right there. And then the other one goes on the bottom part. Right there. Whoops, did that not actually attach? I couldn't tell. Let's see, did it attach? No, it missed. We'll detach it. Whoa, 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 where are you going, rope? I got you. Alright, so what we're trying to do is attach it. I think this is the bottom. I got all messed up because I was watching it fly all over the place. So, trying again. We'll find the one that's the dummy. I think it's this one. Yeah, you can tell because it tells you the controls on the top. And then we'll go and lift him into the air a little bit. And take off. Go, 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 go. Oh, nope, that thing is too heavy. Wait, wait. Nope, too heavy. Yup, too heavy. We can pull it around, that's for sure. But I'm almost certain it does not have enough thrust to actually take it into the air. But we can try something else if we didn't just break the main engine right there. We can go ahead and attach everything up again. And then we're going to enable low gravity to make it a little bit easier to get into the air. And once we're in the air, we'll enable full gravity and see if it works or not. So attach both of those. Perfect. And we're going to go ahead and pull up the menu. We want to go to, you know, I just realized I don't think my mouse cursor is visible. I've been having some problems where it doesn't show up. Anyways, we're going to put to Mars gravity. And then we go up into the air. And let's see. It looks like the barrel is probably in the air at this point. So we do Earth gravity. And it is pulling us down hard. So yeah, not enough thrust to do that. and dummy down. And if you're hoping to use this as a missile to shoot into cars, it doesn't seem to work too well. You kind of have to scrape across the ground to do it. But if you try to scrape across the ground, it just kind of, yeah, feet in the air. So I think that'll do it for this video. Till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.